Minister. I would like to use my time to put a few questions to you. If you could respond concisely as well, we'll get through as many as possible. On the temporary wage subsidy scheme, Minister, the issue that has arisen about women returning to work from maternity leave not being able to access that scheme. My question is, can that be fixed on an administrative basis by revenue, or does it require a change in primary legislation to fix that issue?
Deputy McGrath, I'm very much aware of this as an issue, and of course the intention of this legislation was to treat all of our citizens and all of our employees equally. It is the case, because of the description that we have of payroll in the primary legislation and the date, it has created this issue that the Deputy is referring to, and I'm examining this now with the Department of Finance and with the Revenue Commissioner to identify if there is a way of resolving it. But I'm not at the moment in a position to be able to inform the House that there is, but we are currently examining it.
In relation to the Stability Programme update that you referred to, Minister, it was published on the 21st of April. The central scenario provided for a projected deficit this year of €23 billion. It did set out other scenarios. On the severe downside scenario, it projected that the deficit could be €29 billion. So 1 month on, and taking account of the extra fiscal commitments that the government has made and the up-to-date economic environment, what is currently the best estimate of what the deficit will be in 2020?
Decisions that were made by the government on the business support package, out of those ones, the ones that are likely to impact on our deficit position for this year relate to where we are with the Restart grant and where we are with the rates waiver. Those decisions of themselves, while of course hundreds of millions of euro is a very considerable amount of money, only move us beyond that €23 billion figure by that amount. However, Deputy, I do believe it's inevitable that further decisions will have to be made in the coming weeks in relation to, for example, income supports, in relation to how we support our health services. And because of that, and because of the external environment that we're in, the figure will be ahead of €23 billion. And I expect already that we are approaching the upper end of the deficit horizon that was published in the Stability Programme update.
Thank you, Minister. Yourself and the Taoiseach met with the main 5 retail banks, I think on the 11th of May, and there was a statement issued by government at the time following that meeting. That statement said business and mortgage customers will have the option of having the term of the loan extended, so they do not face a rise in monthly repayments when they resume paying. Now, the banks haven't made a similar public statement that I'm aware of, at least. So, was a commitment given at that meeting that in relation to the 5 banks that all personal and business customers who are availing of a payment break can have the term of their loan extended to whatever extent is required so that their repayments remain the same? Is that the commitment that was given?
Yes, in the meeting that we had with the banks, we put it to them, but a number of them had already indicated that an extension in the amount of time by which the loan could be repaid might be a better way for some loan owners to deal with the issue of the management of the repayment of debt. I'm not aware at the moment, Deputy, that any bank is not complying with that. If it is the case, and it may well be prompted by the question you've put to me, I'd certainly be interested in getting the information from you on that. The point that we made in that meeting, and I made in the House when we had this discussion 3 weeks ago, is that no bank across this period should be in a position where excess profit is available to them because of how businesses and families are treated. But as you will have seen from the quarterly trading statements that have now been published by our banks, all of them are now moving into a position of considerable losses.